Okay, it looks like we're now being recorded, and I'm going to click on ICI World Home. I'm going to click on Member Management at the top in the middle. This is all at iciworld.net. I'm going to click on Resource Center on the left. I'm going to go down the page just a little bit, and there's a Start button in the middle of the page, and I'm going to click on Start. And you should have a red background on your screen. Is there anyone who is not there? Okay, are we okay, Natalie, as well? And Pierre, Roger, and Belgit Singh's office? Okay, excellent. And so down at the bottom, I think we're ready to get underway right now. And without further ado, you'll see the topics that we're going to be covering today. I believe this session will be about 60 minutes long, and we'll kind of get underway. But just before we get underway, I'd like to say a few things. The use of ICI World or any service comes with a little bit of skill. It's sort of like if you're learning how to go boating, you sort of have to learn the rules of the water and how to do certain things and to make your experience very fruitful. And the same thing, of course, is true with ICI World and other internet services. And today we're going to cover the most important things that we have seen over a period of time that has been the difference between people making money and not making money. Some of them are not really real estate per se. It's just knowledge or learning how to use certain tools the way they've been developed here. And because we're on the cutting edge of technology, there are some brand new tools here that other services in many cases don't even have or use, such as the wants and how to select special areas for wants, all kinds of different things going on here. And some of the things will seem a little bit simple, almost to the point of, oh, geez, I know that. It's so darn easy. But you know something? If you don't practice some of these things, it can be the difference between a person making $50,000 or making zero. And because we've had so many thousands of transactions here, I have been in a special, unique position where I've got to analyze people who are making money and people who are not making money. And today, we're going to study what we call material defects. Material defects are the difference between people making money and not making money on ICI World. And we're going to plug the hole, so anybody that has material defects in their membership today will make a difference for you and to get you to be productive. All of us have been putting all of these tools in place, and if people are not making money and they're wondering why, well, some of the answers are going to be here today of that, and we're now going to be able to fix those. After today's session, if anybody needs any assistance, you'll always be able to call us at another time. But without further ado, we're going to start moving along fairly quickly, and the topics that are covered in this session are now on the screen. T for topics, you'll see that there. Now, let's go down to the bottom of this page, and you'll see another Start button. We're actually going to start the session now. And it opens up to a page that starts with a little image in the top right corner with a picture of Einstein. And he's holding a little sign that says speed limit. Does anybody know what that means? Okay, has anybody ever heard the speed of light? C squared. That's what he was. He discovered the theory of relativity and the speed of light, and E equals mc squared was the famous thing that he discovered. Well, the reason we chose that is much like Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone system to communicate people. There are some very wonderful, amazing things going on here that don't seem to jump out at people sometimes immediately that's going on. Namely, whatever you can think in the way of a have or a want in real estate, if you think something in your brain, you can actually, and write it down onto a sheet of paper and post it on ICI World, bingo, you can end up connecting with someone else on this planet Earth very nicely. This service was actually designed after we read a book by Bill Gates. And Bill Gates, of course, part of the fathers of Microsoft Corporation, wrote a book, At the Speed of Thought. And so taking Einstein's discovery, what he discovered, what Alexander Graham Bell did, what he discovered to communicate, and then taking Bill Gates' powers of the internet, powers of computer, powers of technology to communicate what the mind can think, you now have a service before you that can communicate what the mind of what a person can actually think. And we're talking about real estate thinking. Specifically, if you know someone is thinking of selling something, you can actually be selling things even before they come to market if you learn how to handle that kind of information. And hopefully we'll cover some of that today for you. So today is an information tune-up covering some exciting things, and we're actually going to move all the way down to number 1. And this is a document that you can print out on your own time and you can read it. And we're going to cover number 1 now. And it seems fairly simple to keep your listings fresh, but updating your listings every 30 to 90 days is quite important. And the reason why? Well, we have found that the majority of deals occur at the top half of the database. And after a period of time, your listings go down in a database so that after 30, 60, 90 days, they go down in the database. There's actually 50 to 100 brand new listings coming in every single day. And people simply get so busy working the top half of the database that they do not get down to the bottom where your listings go after 30, 60, 90 days. And secondly, when you put a brand new listing on the service, what happens is that it automatically also gets emailed out to the industry. And so there's actually over 10,000 emails delivering information to the public daily. And so if you do not modify your listing does not get sent out to the industry all over again. So when you put a brand new listing on, it gets sent out to the industry by email. And plus, when you modify a listing after 30 days, it gets sent out to the industry by email. We have one developer, for instance, who's done 3 deals directly from the emails. He does not visit the website at all, is what he told me. So in other words, some of you think that if you put your information on I Say I Will, that's all you have to do. The answer is no. You have to keep your information fresh, because then it sends out an email to the industry, and all the new people that are subscribing to these email list service, then they will start to receive your email. But if you do not update your information or modify your listings after 30 days, those people never see your email. And yes, can you be missing doing a deal and not even realize it? Well, it's quite obvious that you can. As you read through these little paragraphs, there's also another thing that people have to know, is that if you modify a listing before 30 days, your listing does not get sent out to the industry by email. If you modify your listing after 30 days, it does get sent out to the industry by email. Any questions on that? It's probably best to do it on 31, and if you do it on 30, let me know. Okay, so 31 is probably always the best. Now, I do have one question, and thank you for asking that question. If you have a plaza that's, say, $1.5 million, and it gets reduced within 2 weeks to $1.3 million, what would you do in order to send that out to the industry by email? Excellent answer. You can actually set up a brand new listing, because all brand new listings get sent out to the industry by email, and then you simply delete your old listing. Okay, let's move on. The other thing, number 2, in the tune-up information tune-up today, is something called Click on My Record to update your personal information. At this time, could everyone please pull out a pad of paper and a pencil, please? A pad of paper and pencil. Now, if anyone's printed out this plan, you can make little notes beside number 2 if you've already printed it out. But otherwise, on a pad of paper and pencil, just mark down number 2 and make sure that your geographic area that you operate is filled in your member record, and make sure that your specialties are filled out, And in the comments area, if you speak any other languages, make sure your languages are filled in. Now, the reasons for that are that people can actually search for members based on specialty, based on market area, and based on languages spoken. Make sure that your website address is filled in properly as well. Any questions on that? We'll move along. Today's session is being taped for purposes of training and teaching in the future, and all the people online have kindly consented to allow this to be taped and used for the future. Now let's go to number 3. Now, number 3, everyone should print this out. Don't do it now, but it is called the marketing plan. And in the marketing plan, there are 21 items. It got to be so important that we have made the marketing plan into 2 different segments. So we are not going to cover the marketing plan today because we do not have 3 hours in order to do that. The marketing plan is a 3-hour-long program that we teach in segment 1 and segment 2. We have a total of 6 segments. Today's segment is number 6, which is an overview of the information services at ICI World. We can't possibly hope to go through everything today in this short time, but we can focus and let you know what is important to get through that marketing time on your own time. The nice thing about the marketing plan, we have also put that into training sessions, into video training sessions. Almost every session is now covered in a video training session. We have 5 of them done. Today is the 6th, and you're all on the cutting edge of technology helping to make these help videos for all our members. If you miss reading that marketing plan, you can easily miss one concept and you can miss making money and not even realize it. And so every member must read that marketing plan. In fact, you can print it out and read it, but there are links in it as well that you can read and follow up on as well. Any questions on that? We'll move right along. Okay, now the welcome instruction page for people that want to learn how to do some of the basics on the service. Everyone should print it out and at least, again, read it entirely once first. And it simply shows you how you can click on member management and how you can click on add, have, want, and it helps you do some of the basic services on ICI World. And anyone who's maybe a little shy or has not asked questions, make sure that you read through the welcome instruction page. Again, I'm not going to click on it. I'm just going to allude to it, and you can read about it on your own time. Now, number 5 is Search Database 1, and some people are not aware that really there are 2 databases. We are going to do just a little bit of that right now. What I would like everyone to do is open up a separate browser window, and you can do that by moving up to the top left-hand corner on your screen. Please click on the word File. And if you can say done when you're done, it helps me go faster. Highlight the word New, slide over and click on the word Window. And another screen will open up that looks exactly the same as the screen that we were just on. And if you could now click on Search Database 1 Free way up at the top, that would be very helpful.